No look at Windows would be complete without a peek at Windows 95. We're about to do just that with Brian Livingston, who's the author of this very popular book, Windows 3.1 Secrets, and this soon-to-be-released tome on Windows 95, Windows 95 Secrets. And I guess I should also point out that you're a contributing editor to InfoWorld and Windows Resources.
That's right.
All right, so you're a little bit of everywhere, and you are a recognized Windows expert.
Well, thanks.
Okay, so we're kind of in your hands. Tell us what we're going to do here.
Well, we've talked about Microsoft replacing Windows 3.1 with Windows 95 and whether half of the 70 million users upgrade or not and turn billion-dollar bill into trillion-dollar bill. We won't know, but we do know that there are new features in Windows 95 that will attract a lot of old Windows 3.1 users to the new graphical environment.
Okay, let's jump in and look at it.
One of the major features is along the bottom of the screen. This is called the taskbar, and the first thing that most people do will click this button called Start here. And when I rest my arrow on it, it shows that little message, click here to begin. When you click that, you see that we've replaced the Program Manager in the old Windows 3.1 with this menu that serves to launch the programs that we see in Windows 3.5. Let's play a little game. If we click the Programs menu here and then click the Accessories submenu, then go down to the Games list here, and then click Solitaire, you see that's how we've launched our game, Solitaire. We didn't have to go through the Program Manager, but we did have to go through all of those menus.
A lot of menus.
So I'm going to show you one secret way that you can more quickly access games and other programs that you might want to use like this. The official way of doing this is going into the Settings menu and clicking this taskbar, which controls these things on the menu. But the expert way is to click Programs, go all the way down to the Windows Explorer and click that.
Now, what is Explorer?
The Explorer is Windows 95's replacement for the File Manager. Okay. So now we have on the left here...
Looks like File Manager.
The old File Manager look with now more than one drive per window. We have the A drive, I just clicked it, there's nothing there, and we have the C drive. You'll see now we have a series of folders on the C drive, which is our hard drive. We'll click the Windows plus sign. That opens up all of the subfolders, and here's one that we're going to be particularly interested in, the Start menu folder. Let's click the plus on that, it opens a Programs folder. Click the plus on that, it opens all these subfolders, and clicking the plus on Accessories shows us these folders, including Games. Up here is a little pointer to Solitaire. This is actually how the Start menu knows what to go and get when you click that item on the menu. If we just click that with the mouse and drag it down to the top level of the Start menu and release the mouse button, it disappears from here, the Games folder, and shows up in here. Now, when we click the Start button again, you'll see that Solitaire is the first thing on the menu, and when we click that, then we get our game with just 2 clicks instead of going down through all of those levels.
Okay, so that's our little Windows secret here, huh?
Let me minimize this and the Explorer, and you'll see another feature of Windows 95, which is that things don't just minimize into icons, they reduce down onto the taskbar itself. Clicking the Explorer button gives you that Explorer window right away. Minimizing it brings it down here.
So is there, how many can we have down there, Brian?
Well, you can have an unlimited amount. They just get smaller and smaller. Okay. So I'm sure there's some physical limit, but I think you probably won't find most users reaching it. Over here on the left side of the screen, we see another new feature of Windows 95, which is icons on the desktop. These are actual live programs that we can start just by double-clicking any of these, and the My Computer icon shows us some of the system features that we have, our floppy drive and our hard drive and other folders, and we can actually drag anything we want from the Explorer onto the desktop, and they will stay there, and that is another usable way to create your own menu system in Windows 95.
Right. The first thing, obviously, that everybody says when they see Windows 95, and I said the first time I saw it, is it looks like a Macintosh.
It looks a lot more like a Mac.
Much more like the Macintosh, especially now that we don't have Program Manager up there, now that we've got the desktop with the icons on it, etc.
And Windows 95 even has longer than 8-character file names at last.
Okay, so we don't have to worry about the old 8.3 is what you're telling us.
You can use it, but I would recommend everybody use the 255 characters instead.
That gives us something to talk about, doesn't it? So now, when are we going to see this? Are they telling us anything yet, or is it still, yeah, it's coming, but we just don't know?
I would say you should get ready to open your wallets around late summertime.
Late summertime, yeah. And open our wallets. I like the way you point that out.
Well, everything costs a little bit, and whether it's this for the software or for more memory for your hardware, I think that we're we are going to see a lot of upgrades happening this fall.
Are we going to need more hardware? That's the next question.
Well, 4 megabytes of memory is really not enough to run Windows 3.1 or Windows 95. I would say that 8 megabytes is a minimum, and 12 megabytes will help things run faster.
And make a nice smooth entry and exit with it, yeah. Well, it looks pretty exciting, and we're all waiting, and it'll remain to be seen just how many people do actually migrate immediately.
That's something we won't know until a little bit later.
Okay, Brian, thanks so much. I'm one of the realists who say Windows users aren't going to easily abandon that familiar interface and switch immediately to Windows 95 when it becomes available. If 70 million users do prove me wrong and switch overnight, there's something very powerful afoot that needs some serious investigation. So for all of us who are going to take our time and continue with 3.1 for the near future, I hope these Windows secrets we shared will make a difference. Happy and healthy computing. I'm Victoria Smith.